Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 beauties, to Meet the Speakers Week. And today we have the amazing Sondre Callec joining us, who is one of my speakers. And in actual fact, she has another important role. She's also the MC of the entire event. Now, beautiful Sondre, I call her, let me just change this, close this window down and I'll come back here. Sorry, ladies, I just had a bit of a technical hitch there. So Sondre is the goddess of abundance and transformation. She's a very successful transformational coach. And let me tell you, if you got some issues around selling, packaging, pricing, this is your woman. So welcome, 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 Sondre. It's so amazing to have you.
Thanks, Jo. It is just amazing to be here. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous event that you're creating, and I'm incredibly proud to be part of it. And I'm enjoying meeting all the other speakers, getting to know people in our Facebook group, and it is a really exciting time. And you, my gorgeous friend, have made the most amazing event with the amazing, prizes and all of these things that we're getting to experience. And I'm really, really proud to be here. So thanks, Jo.
Well, what an honor. I mean, this is one of the most amazing parts of this event. Like it's a big, bold, brave project that I'm putting together, but having such an array of amazingly wise, intuitive, incredible women to call on like yourself this is what's going to make this event spectacular, because I call it's one of the Joe phrases, that collectiveness of deliciousness.
Collectiveness of deliciousness.
And sounds like a rich bowl of soup, doesn't it?
Yeah. Just feel the richness of that, ladies. It's an amazing statement. Yeah.
And who doesn't need a big, beautiful, big bowl of warm soup at the moment, particularly if you're living in Canberra or Melbourne?
Oh, yeah. That's why we're coming to the Gold Coast, by the way, ladies, because we'd like to be warm.
Yeah,
Warm's really important.
We're all moving. Anyway, so sales.
Yes.
And, so many women, particularly women that have spiritual businesses like many of us do, or flavor, women that are coming, that are business coaches, but have this beautiful flavor of spirituality, much like yourself, because even though you're an empowerment coach, you are highly spiritual, highly intuitive, and because you're the expert in sales, you've had over 25 years in this area, over 25 years, that you would really understand a lot of women's challenges when it comes to sales. So do you just give a little bit of an overview of what some of those challenges would be? And as we're doing this, ladies, if you're listening to this video, please, if you've got any challenges around your business, how does it make you, in regards to your sales, how does it make you feel? How are you feeling about the sales side of your business?
How does it feel in your body? Whereas, when Joe and I first started doing all of this kind of carry on, the first thing would be our voices. We'd get on to do a live and things would be scary and they'd go weird, or our tummies would be so excited, and bubbly that it's really actually quite hard to concentrate when all of that physiology is reacting for us.
Yes.
And when we understand where in the body we're actually having those feelings, then we can address the energetic set point, and we can lower what is actually happening in your body, if not eradicate it altogether, because physiology, fear, is the same reaction in our bodies as excitement. But try telling yourself that when you're about to make a sales call. Well, good luck on knowing it, because knowing's not going to help, right? It's when we really need to partner with our body. We need to be in tune, from our crown chakra. We need to be really in tune. We need to create a space energetically for the people that we're inviting into this rich, juicy conversation. And for a lot of women, they don't feel like that about sales.
No. Right. And why do you think it's because, my theory is, but you have a lot more expertise in this area than me. I mean, I've been on the other side. I remember when I started my business 9 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think that you'd probably find this, and you can expand on this, that when we're so much in our feminine, it's a challenge to sell. It's a challenge to package. It's a challenge to price. It's even a challenge, particularly for us women in the spiritual arena, which covers so many different areas, but I would say broadly the spiritual arena, we give away a lot too. We give away so much for free, and then we give away offers that are so cheap, and then we worry and stress about, is my business going to survive?
Yeah, can it survive charging the prices that I've priced and packaged my goods at?
Yes.
For most people, the answer to that is no.
No.
And why is this important, and how does this tie into the physiology reactions that we're having in our bodies? Is because of how we think and feel about money. Everybody has a money block. I don't care who you are. I don't care what boat you sailed in on. I don't care how much work you've done. Money blocks are a daily unpacking, and they're definitely a quarter clearing. Right? You've got to let go of all of that energy, and you've really got to start again. So with money and, where we come in, there's two things going on. It's not just how we think and feel about money. Okay. No. There is also what we think and what we feel about our ability to charge money for what we are doing, right?
Yes.
So I wanted to just let the ladies know in the audience that, I might have, 25 years of corporate sales background, right? And I can tell you that I remembered absolutely zip of that in my first ever sales call for my business.
Yeah, right? Different dynamic, isn't it?
Oh, it is, because, for whatever training it is we do, whatever certificates, modalities, all of these things that we do, you're like, Joe and I have got a screed of them, like, the old-fashioned watch thing, and somebody opened their jacket, we're like, here's all our transformational work and certificates we have done, right?
And we come into the workshops and the books and the online programs.
Oh, God, right?
And the getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's how dedicated we've been, because we're doing a lot of training in America.
Exactly, right? Yeah. And then we come in and we go, oh, I just want to give. I have all this knowledge, I have all this experience, and I'm so jacked up. Like, we are so high when we come out of one of those trainings, aren't we, Joe?
Yep.
Like, the world is an amazing oyster and we're just about to conquer it. It's fantastic, right? But then we get home and our dopamine hit has lowered.
Yes.
Our self-belief has lowered.
Well, that's a big one.
Isn't it? And we're energetically now sitting back in our own energy.
Yes.
Not a collective energy.
So much energy.
So, whilst it's about money and whilst it's about how we feel about selling and all of those sorts of things, it's about how we actually generate, what does our energy say about people or say about ourselves? How do other people interpret that?
Yes.
And there's no more stickier place for people's thoughts, beliefs, unconscious bias, stories, all of those things to happen than in a sales conversation where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, our businesses teach us so much about us. And this is a really, really important component of our business, because
isn't it?
We want to see women thrive. We want to see women be successful. And, bless us all that we're these nurturers, and we'll talk more about those.
We what?
We are the nurturers, and we want to give, and we want to give, and we want to give, and we give so much, and then we give the freebies. Like, believe me, I have been there, and I even, like, it's been like quite a challenge for me over the last few years, even to package my divine offerings, and then you have to start, how do you feel about this? Because different levels at your business, we need to sort of sit back and analyze, maybe get into our masculine energy and analyze really where we're going with our businesses and where the packages are still really relevant.
Absolutely.
And a lot of us need to be upgrading. Well, I think all of us need to be, really, not some of us. If we're in business, we have to spend that time putting time aside and thinking, well, where can I upgrade? Look at your packages, look at your pricing, really feel it. I love the way you talk about energy and feeling. It is all about the feeling. That's the feminine, which is so important, isn't it? And then to actually do, we have to have that beautiful balance.
You've got to have a structure. We've
got to have some sort of structure.
You've got to have something behind you that
otherwise
kind of you lean back on. That's your support mechanism.
And this is really, there's all themes that are coming up. Well, like truth came up with PJ and Charlie, and that's a big theme of the events, you know, standing for your truth. And then also with Charlie and yourself, it was the theme of what was I going to say? Which we just spoke about. Oh my goodness, I lost my train of thought.
We were talking about abundance. We were talking about transformation, and
no, there was something I was going to say that's aligning with what the feminine. Sorry, the feminine and the masculine. And Charlie's talking about that with writing a book. So it's really, yes. So it's really important, even from a sales perspective, from writing a book perspective, that we can't just sit in our feminine. We still want to embrace all that beautiful feminine part of ourselves. And let me tell you, this event is extremely feminine, because I am very ruled. If you know anything about astrology, I have a lot of Venus in my chart. So there will be beautiful, lush, you know, beautiful plants and flowers and crystals and all those sorts of lush things. But at the end of the day, for me to up-level my business, and for anyone to up-level, they've got to also step into that masculine space and have some structure as well. But then it also goes back to and you spoke about this, and I know this is also one of your specialties, the belief, the self-belief, the reprogramming, knowing we're good enough. So it's all that self-worth and that self-love. And it all interrelates. All these beautiful speakers, including yourself, we all have a beautiful message, whether it's from a business, you want to look at it from a business, a spiritual, or a personal, it all interrelates to how we feel about ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because when you think about it, the things that we are creating, right, that's our energy that we're putting into that. That's our energetic thumbprint that goes into everything it is that we create and everything it is that we put out there into the world. And so you've really got to think about, you know, like what you're saying is like, let's have a look at what we're offering and let's find out whether it's time to upgrade them, what to do with them. But you know, my thing is, are you still in love with them? Are they really still getting you going? Like, is it something that you're going to promote with passion and joy? Yeah. Right? Because otherwise we're stuck in business.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And we came into business for freedom, right? I did because I didn't want to go back to a 9-to-5 with 4 children and several others in the house. Yes. Right? I didn't want to tie myself down. But most importantly, when Paul and I started, my husband and I started on this transformational journey, I said to him, oh my God, knowing what I know now, I could just go in there and clean up. And he's like, Son, we can't use these new gifts, these new tools for bad.
No.
Right. They've got to be used for the uplifting of everybody else, for everybody else to have an opportunity to transform, right?
Yes.
And which is really funny because my husband's still in sales, in corporate sales, right? He's like, no, go start a business, help other women, help them understand that sales isn't this big scary thing, right? They can have fun with it, which I absolutely believe in, as you can tell. Pretty, you know, like it's just let's just have fun, you know, like business. That's why I've renamed my business. Love Your Business Lab. It's just an experiment, ladies. Life is an experiment. We should be having fun. We should be having joy. We should be able to laugh and giggle about the things that work and don't work. You know,
we should also understand that we deserve, each and every one of us deserves abundance.
Well, and you know, that's a really sticky stick, isn't it, really?
And stop selling ourselves short as well. Like, how many of us have or continue to do that? Yeah. And it's like, I just want, like I said, I get just as excited about other women's success, and however you want to define success, because it's going to be.
Can I say, Jo, that you're a rare bird?
Well, I know it's a bit unusual.
No, seriously, like, people talk this talk, and I'm going to call it right here in this conversation. There are people that talk this talk. Oh, you know, we want everything to be collaborative and we want everything to be nice. And we, you know, I feel so strongly about the success of other women. I do. Absolute BS, I'm going to call it, because too many of you say it and not enough of you carry through with your heart, you know, with really embracing that very message, because Jo, you embrace it. That's why you've got these gorgeous speaker women that are here and they're collaborating with you, because you actually talk and walk the same thing.
Well, I can't, I
And
don't
that is
do
rare.
fake. I don't do fake. And it's like, and I have got this, that's
Yeah.
probably one of my strengths, and I'm aware, like
Yeah.
I'm not perfect, but I come from my
Oh
heart.
God, who is?
I come from my heart,
Yeah.
and there is nothing more than I want than to see a whole collective of women
Yeah.
stepping up into
Yeah.
their courage, really owning
Yeah.
who they are, making great sales, being abundant, whatever that means, if that's what
Yeah.
you want. Some women that come to this event are not going to
Yeah.
be in business, and that's okay. But I tell you now, even if you're not running a business, the personal development that you will learn, even from people like Sondre, who deals with women in business,
Yeah.
you will get those beautiful gold, those pieces of gold. What do you call them? The gems, the
The
gold,
nuggets, the
the
gems.
nuggets, the gold nuggets.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wherever you are in life, this is going to be so much wisdom sharing from
Yeah.
such incredible women, such as Sondre, and women that are heart-based, women that are genuinely wanting you to succeed, whatever that means for you. Success might be like Sondre said, I've got 4 children, I want freedom.
Yeah.
I want freedom to be able to travel, but I don't mind putting in my 12-hour days. That's just me, because I don't have young children. I don't have grandchildren.
Yeah.
I'm an empty nester. I'm in a different stage of my life. So sometimes I put in those hours because I'm very dedicated. Not saying that other people aren't, but that's me. I'm very driven.
Yeah.
And my idea of freedom is to be able to travel and still, really be able to take my business anywhere in the world, although with events face to face. But we all have, and part of this event is also women getting really clear about what they do want.
Oh God, could we please? Like collectively, women, could we stand up, stand in our power, and actually start to say some of the things we damn well want?
Yes. And
because
really
if you don't voice them, if you don't bring that out into the world where it's live, where other people get to interact with that.
Witness, the women to be heard.
I
know that that we've both done the art of feminine presence work as well. And it's about being seen, it's about being heard, it's about feeling like you're in this beautiful, heartfelt, safe container. And I keep doing it too. It's like it's so much about how we feel as women, but also being able to balance those two polarities, the masculine and the feminine, so we can get shit done. And yes, I do swear.
That's all that you need, ladies.
But let's embrace all that beautiful femininity, mix it with masculine, so we get the shit done, and we can have that structure and mix it with that beautiful nurturing and amazingness. Now, I want to talk to you about, you're going to be speaking about this at the event, some sales archetypes.
Oh,
that sounds very juicy.
Yeah, it is. It's actually really juicy because, when I started doing this work, and it's like being called a sales coach or talking to people about selling is kind of being a little bit met with it's really hard to introduce yourself. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm a sales coach. There's a picture of a burning building in the background that represents their business, but God, they're not going to talk to me, right? Because sales is just this really strange thing. And when we come into this space, right, the nurturing space, like Joe and I have so been in this nurturing space.
Oh, yeah.
I have had to learn the art of boundaries.
Oh my God. I wrote that down.
Oh my God.
I want to talk about boundaries. Oh my God. Please talk about boundaries.
Yeah, right. So what I want to talk about is I'm actually going to, Joe, can I use you in this conversation? Can we talk about my little bits
as well? You can do whatever you like with me, but within reason.
Well, honey, we're not close enough. But anyhow, I mean, physically, we're not in the same place, just to be clear. Let's talk about the nurturing. So what I did was I broke up what I saw inside of our spiritual communities were the people that were the women that were driven to do these businesses, right? And I thought about them all along the plan of the archetypes. And so the nurturing archetype is part of who we are as coaches and healers and transformational people that are bringing our services out into the world, right? And they are rich and they are juicy and we are here for transformation, right? However, it's very hard to suddenly go from being a student, learning all these things, stepping up, growing your power, finding out who you are and what you want, and then making a business, right? It's like you've got opposite polarities, honey, because over here we've got this big overgiving heart. everybody to be happy. And then you've got, you know, the other side of that. And how do we bring it in to what a lot of people talk about, this Goldilocks zone? You know, Goldilocks is great, but we're growing girls, right? We are growing women. So we want to come into a state of grace, right? That's what we're heading for, whether we're marketing our businesses, whether we're writing a book, whether we're getting up doing a workshop, any of those things, right? So we all start at nurturing. That's the thing I want to point out.
Yes.
Right. And I remember when I first got my NLP certificate many moons ago, right? I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to be like a hairdresser. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to hang out my shingle that says I'm an NLP trainer and everything will be fine because I just want to just help.
Yeah.
Nobody wants your help. People want a result. And if people want a result, then they're willing to invest in that result.
Yes.
Because you can get help anywhere, right? And that is the thing with this big nurturing, you know, this nurturing heart that we all have, and how we bring that in to a place where we're not overgiving. We're not giving out more information, more knowledge, more ways for people to transform and just give it away all for free. Because nobody actually respects free. People download free. People might look at free, but it's very hard to go, I can give you this result for free.
And I think
kind of a mistrust kind of thing that happens.
It's a big trust. And people think free, you know, like I give away free masterclass and it's amazing content, but people see the word free and it's sort of like this wall there. And it's like, it's really juicy, amazing stuff that you would pay for. And I'm giving the introduction free. I don't think free is a good word.
Free is not a good word. Abundantly giving might be, right? But I'm up for charging, because for everything we place a monetary value on, we are adding to our own energetic value.
Yes.
Right?
And getting back to the archetype.
Let's get back to nurturing. Sorry.
Yeah, because I you know, I got you off track then. The nurturing archetype, because it's so important for women to understand this one.
I think it's really, really important, because the nurturers want people to, and I'm going to make sure that I'm checking off what it is that I wrote here, what it is that I created for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Because we want, you know, we are naturally trustworthy.
Yes.
We're radiantly warm and we're sincere, right?
Yeah.
We have that about us. And we also have that ability for other people to feel safe and comfortable with us.
Yes.
You know, not only in a hug, but in the security of what they're telling you.
Yes.
You know, that you're holding space for them and that you're going to honor, I was going to say secrecy, and it damn well should be. There should be a Secrecies Act for coaching and transformation.
Oh my God.
I think we might make one. All right.
Yes,
good. You know, that's the thing that we create. We create that safety, right? And we're about nourishing their mind and their body and their soul. We're about supporting their happiness and their well-being. And we're oozing with intuition, right?
Yes.
Like everybody relates to that aspect of themselves.
Yes.
There is nothing wrong. I'm making nothing wrong with this aspect. I'm just saying, if you are in business, you are in business to provide a transformation that people will exchange money for.
Yes.
Right? And that is where our big heart of service gets in the way.
Yes.
Right? But there is a place for our big heart of service inside of our sales conversations, and they are when we invite that person into the sales conversation. That is where we're going to bring out our empathy. That is where we're going to bring out our nurturing, our knowing, our safety, our having them feel okay.
Yeah.
Right? And then we really need to, because we're moved by compassion, we want to help people. We have all of that, right? Wouldn't you agree, Jo? Wasn't that the beginning of your journey?
Absolutely, without a doubt. Completely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Completely that journey.
Yeah. And, you know, but what happens with that is if we continue to do that and we continue to not use the best tools that are available, then, you know, we can struggle. So if you're here and you're in nurturing and you're going, how do I make what I have into a business? How do I put some boundaries around that? your first place is money, ladies. Put
Yeah.
some money boundaries around what it is that you do and how you help people. Okay. Because where we want to be leading from is where Jo's in her queendom, in her glory, owning her gifts, charging for her gifts, having a well of knowledge and wisdom that you can tap into if you want it, right? And it's all available and it's all there. But let me tell you that the Queen Goddess is so powerful when she embodies her queen, right? And that is a feeling. And ladies, as I'm talking about this, can you hear how I'm slowing down? Right? Because a queen and the state of grace that I'm talking about, she doesn't chase people. She doesn't need to apply pressure. She needs to speak from her heart.
Yes.
Listen with empathy and compassion, just as you would in a proper coaching conversation, which is always what amazes me, because, you know, we as women already have these skills to make us incredibly good at heartfelt sales.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're not offering a widget, we're offering transformation, right? And we want them to we're not offering a bloody widget.
No,
it's not like try this and it, you know, might fix your smile after you've applied it for 50 times. No, we want your heart to be radiant. We want you to be radiant, right? And come out of all of that. So when you're in your gifts, you have ability to really transform negative experiences into positive wisdom for people.
Yeah.
And that happens with everything that you do. You're grounded in your integrity. You're inspiring with your confidence. You know, you're creating structure out of the chaos. And ladies, we have plenty of chaos. It doesn't matter whether we're an empty nester or we've got 4 kids and 3 grandchildren and a dog and a pony. It really doesn't matter, right? It's just how we come into it, right?
And in with Vanessa, it would be kangaroos, rabbits, cats, horses.
Might having to baby feed a bottle, you know. And bless her, isn't she an amazing woman who stands in her power?
Absolutely. She has got a very much a queen energy. So Vanessa, if you're listening to this, she's very graceful, but so down to earth.
Yeah.
So down to earth. And that's what I think that women have to be, you know, I think we've all got a different interpretation of queen, but you've explained it beautifully.
Yes.
This is not about arrogance. This is not about ego. This is about really, and I call it your power, reclaiming your power within.
Yes.
It is queen energy. You slow down. I'm going to repeat what you've said. Slow down, a state of grace. You don't chase.
No.
You trust. You trust. You trust this beautiful flow. And I can tell you now, when you give up the desperation and you trust, it changes everything. It changes the whole energy, as you put it. You know, you said listen with empathy and compassion. You know,
I didn't say solve or fix. Do you hear that? I just said listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no solving. There's no fixing. Right? Yeah. Just listen.
And it's not about the money. We're all entitled. That's part of abundance. That's part of wealth. It's only a small part of wealth. It's about the feeling of giving and watching other people succeed as well. And that you get into this queen energy opens up everything for you, doesn't it? It's not just the money part of it, which we're all entitled to, mind you.
Yeah.
And the positive wisdom and the groundedness and the integrity. That is the best interpretation of a queen I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So I think that you are really going to encourage women in your talk, and the whole energy, the whole intention behind this event is for all women to embrace their queen.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And to really get over the fact that it's sales for you. You're going to be talking about helping women with strategies. So sales is no longer an uncomfortable conversation. It's no longer icky.
No,
you're not going to,
Sales act the flick. That's what I'm all about. We don't participate in, let me just explain this thing. In all things, there's the continuum, right? And at this end of the scale, let's say we're being passive in our sales and we're hoping and we're praying and we're meditating and we're just hoping that we can hang the shingle out and not have to show up, right? You couldn't get more passive than that, right? And on this side of I'm trying to do it so that it looks like, a big thing. We're out. Right, that'll do. So over here, as far away from here as you can get, is aggressive selling. It's bro selling. It's put pressure on. It's twist your arm. It's like, I'm not letting you off this call. I'm going to hound you until you answer me.
That's the marketing, a lot of the big marketers approach, actually, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's
very masculine.
BS, right? So that state of grace, owning this queen, is in the middle of that continuum.
Yeah.
So you're never touching, like, they're kind of like guardrails, really. If you find yourself being too passive, get moving. If you're being too aggressive,
come into that middle, that queen.
Come back to your queen.
Come into your queen. I love that. Archetypes are so powerful because a lot of us are also very visual.
Yes.
So it actually helps us so much to embody that particular archetype and go, either I feel that, or that's where I want to aspire to be, to feel. So much juiciness that you're going to be talking about, and also leading the whole energy of the whole 2 days, because you'll be introducing all the speakers, you'll be, really balancing it out with those, with your beautiful energy as well, and your intuition and your wisdom and your sense of humor. So we'll be that as well.
Oh, yes. Please wait, ladies. Sorry, I do have a really bad sense of humor. You will get to know me as the weeks and months go on. And by the time you get to the event, it'll be like, oh my God, there's that crazy woman that tells jokes all the time. So I'll try to behave myself. That's all I can say.
You don't have to behave. Like, you don't have to be the good girl. I just want every woman to metaphorically take off the mask. Take off the mask. And if you're loud and you're bold, be loud and bold.
Yeah.
If you're quiet, if you're passive, that's okay too. And everything in between, because every single woman, whether they're your businesswoman, the spiritual woman in business, the fun-loving woman, every woman, you are all welcome, and you just come and take off that mask. And I would say that this is my feeling, that as women come in and they sit down and they start to just, we're starting the event with, there'll be some beautiful music to come in. There'll be a beautiful theme song to come in, high vibe. And then
go into music. Woohoo, ladies, you're in for a treat.
Music's going to be a big factor. And then we've got the beautiful Louvain stone. Bring everyone to ground everybody. She's got the voice of an angel. And I think within 10 minutes of women being there, they're going to go, thank goodness I am here. They will feel the energy shift. They will feel this amazing intention that we all, all myself and all my speakers want this to be a spectacular event for women to come in. Like I said, take off the mask. Be who you want to be. Yeah. There's no little box here that you have to be a certain person or a certain way, or you're too much of this or you're not enough of that.
Oh God, please be too much. That's all I can say. Do you know what I mean? Because as women, we quieten ourselves down.
We do, and like I've often been, tried to be, torn down. That's a whole other conversation about being too much, and it's like, well, this is who I am.
Yeah.
I can be bold, and I'm extremely courageous woman. I keep stepping into my courage. I want other women to do that. But I'm not for everybody, and I know that. But I am who I am, and I want other women. I know we've gone a bit off, but it's all related, isn't it?
Yeah,
to the sales part of it, because it is actually totally related. Because when
it's totally relatable to what we're talking about in selling.
Take off the mask.
Yeah.
Be authentic. Be you, and the right people are going to love you, like you, accept you. And if they don't, they're not your clients, or they're not your people, and that's okay. That is perfectly okay. And I'm going to talk about that at the event as well. But, just be who you are. Embrace all those parts of you. Yeah. And when you're able to do that, and Sondre will vouch for this, when you're able to just, go through those layers and start to be authentic, that's also when you're going to be able to actually be more abundant in your business.
Well, yeah, because, that abundance starts with you. It's an energetic set point. Because like Joe's saying, whilst I talk about money, right, abundance is made up of layers. Yes. And it starts here in your heart, right? This generous giver that you are, let's put some boundaries over it so that you can, because if you make something a boundary, you make something a container.
Yes.
Money will fall into there, right? But when we're not being ourselves, when we're trying to be something else, and God, you know, I've definitely been through this, you know, like the imposter syndrome.
Oh goodness, yes.
Would be just, you know, like absolutely nuts. But here's the gem of it, honey. Here's the gem of it. And very few marketers will ever talk about this. Thank God we have imposter syndrome, because if not, we would be sociopaths. It's true. It is the one marker that they will go, that person's a sociopath. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Thank God we as women go, that's where the bar is, whatever guru it is that we're following, right? And that is where I'm going. And if you want to come, you can come.
I say to my clients, no one is your guru.
No
one is you have your own inner
Oh my
guru.
God, you learn that pretty quick though, don't you, Jo?
Oh,
you only have to have done a few programs to realize that.
Yeah, I don't want women to think, and I say women because I only work with women, to think I'm some sort of guru and have all the answers. I learn just as much from other women, but and that's the beauty of this event. There's so much wisdom and such this beautiful heartfelt, genuine intention to make it. When I say spectacular, yes, there'll be the bells and the whistles and the entertainment and the great speakers.
They're all the things that make it juicy, but
and the lushness and the food. But you know what? It's the actual feeling. And I'm glad that you talked, even from a sales perspective, but from this event, it's how it's going to make you feel. And I've been saying in my copy, this is not just an event. No. This isn't a whole experience. This is a celebration. This is for women to come together with these juicy, delicious, embodied women, you know, and really stepping into their own queen energy, taking off the bloody mask. And just really having fun and you know, crying, laughing, you know, whatever comes up for you, but just to get out of it, connect back here and connect with other women in such a beautiful live event, because the last few years we need live events. We need women to come together. We need heart-centered, amazing, inspiring women to come together in one place. So this is an amazing celebration, and I am so thankful that you are part of this. I'm so honored.
Look, I'm just jazzed. I think it's going to be just so much fun, mind you, because I don't really want to do anything that's not fun, so therefore I won't participate in a lot of things. But this is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So come.
I can feel it. Can you feel it?
I know.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? If you're watching this, I'm going to actually see quite a lot of women that were joining us.
Good.
Oh, beautiful Anne.
Hi, Anne.
Chloe Foley is watching. Hi, Chloe. Cheryl McLeod. I think that's where I am now. So I have to read the rest of the very authentic. That's why I was attracted here. Thank you, Cheryl. Yes. We want women to be authentic. We need to lead by example and lead the way with that. Love Vanessa. Yeah, we love Vanessa too. I don't behave. I love crazy. Yeah, well, I'm
awesome.
I'm a crazy creative. I'm a crazy Catwoman. I'm crazy in a lot of ways, and we've all got our little quirks, I think. So let's just be who we want to be. Great conversation. Thank you, beautiful Sandra. I so hope that you can all make it, ladies. Cheryl's already booked, and
awesome, Cheryl.
Cheryl's booked, and I'd love to see Sandra there. I can't see. There's probably other comments. Let me just look. Oh, Nicola Webster. Haha, that's me. I give gifts all the time. And that's probably
gifts are great.
Yeah, and it's probably part of your love language. And I love gifts too.
Yeah.
You know, my VIPs get beautiful gifts, and I love giving, but I've stopped giving so much away for free because, at the end of the day, I still had to make a business. It wasn't a hobby.
That's right. Yeah.
Good morning, ladies. Yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning. And I think that's all I can see at the moment. So sorry, ladies, that's all the comments that I can see. If there's any others that have joined us, thank you for joining us. We better wrap it up because we're both.
Yes, we better, because Jo and I would talk all day.
We could talk all day. But thank you so much. I will say a few things that obviously every day this week and last week there's been daily prizes.
Yes.
And would you like to explain your prize, Sondre?
Right. So the Crack Your Money codes or Crack Your Abundance codes is really an inquiry into your money. And just so you understand, so anybody that's drawing this prize, right, it is an amazing prize, and it will work beautifully, whether you're in business or whether you're not, because it's a money conversation, right? So just so you're prepared, ladies, there is a worksheet that you really need to dig into for about 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and then let that inquiry last for a week. And then you and I are going to get on the phone and we are going to work out together energetically which is the one that's really, because we can talk about money, beliefs from our parents. We can talk about what we learned about growing up. We can go into the inquiry of, well, what does money really mean to us? Right? How do we really feel about it? Right? And seriously, I've had everything from money is the root of all evil.
Oh, yeah. If you were brought up in the 60s and the 70s particularly, even probably the 60s, you were born in the 50s, you would have had parents. Oh, money's the root of all evil. What about this one? Money doesn't grow on trees.
Do you know, one of my best girlfriends made her mother a money tree, but her mother didn't appreciate that answer. She didn't think that was very funny. I thought it was spectacular. But,
it's all that negative conditioning, a lot from our childhood.
Absolutely, right? And so when we're in the inquiry together into this, crack this code, it is about recoding.
And
it's about clearing all of that up for you and recoding that into your body.
That's amazing. Right? And that's sort of like, I love this coding because it's sort of coming up too. Like we've got a beautiful PJ from the Pillar Code. It's all about coding. And there's all these beautiful alliances. Like they're different, but they're similar. And they're aligned. So
well, our core sales program at Love Your Business Lab is the Wealthy Goddess Code. Right. And so this particular prize that I've offered is actually one of the first components of all of the work that I do with women through their businesses. So it begins with money, because even the ideas that you have, until we've tweaked some of that, moved it around for you and actually got it into alignment, whether it be business or whether you're aspiring to something else that you want to achieve in your life, right? We can do it either way. So I'm super excited because it's one of the most juiciest things I do, besides selling. Because sales is it's a whole different conversation if you get me on sales. But this money thing underpins everything. So I am super excited to give it away to 3 lucky women, 3 wealthy women, 3 women that are stepping into their wealth and stepping into their abundance.
And you know what? When I do these prizes, when I draw these prizes, I trust that the right women will actually win them. And one of the ladies last night, Michelle, won 2 prizes.
Oh, did she?
Should she get? And I go, yeah, you know what? She is meant to get them, and I'm going to leave it like that. So, and I love the fact that so many women have been coming in, engaging. Thank you so much. I better wrap it up. Thank you so much. But from all the women that have already liked and loved this video and commented, you're already in the draw tonight. So you might be one of the lucky 3.
And I can't wait to meet you.
Abundance code. So how amazing would that be? So thank you, everyone, and don't forget there is still the chance, a 1 in 15 chance of winning the major prize of 2 nights accommodation.
Your amazing prize. Now it's so there's 15 women for the first 15 women. Right. And they go into a draw. To win a what?
2 nights.
2 nights
in a 2-bedroom apartment at the Q1. It's a 1 in 15 chance of winning.
Come on, ladies.
That's pretty good odds. So
they are better odds than you'll get anywhere.
If you're one of those first 15 women, good luck in winning that amazing prize. It is not transferable. It is for the woman that wins the prize to utilize during the event. So to make that experience even more juicier and nicer for her, and obviously less cost because she won't have to pay. Unless
2-bedroom apartment at Q1. Oh my goodness. That's just that is absolutely fantastic. And I haven't seen a launch like this in a long time. It is brilliant, exciting, and fun. To come join us.
Absolutely. So we are so excited. So yes, we would love to share this journey. We're sharing the journey now in this group right now, but we'd love it even more for you to come and share this journey with us on the Gold Coast, the 11th and 12th of March next year, 2023. Thank you so much, beauties. Thank you, beautiful Sondre. And
my pleasure, Jo.
thank you so much. We can't wait to share this journey even more so with you. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Mwah.
Bye, everyone.
Many blessings.
Love and blessings. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.